Hi, good morning, good morning. Hi, Professor, and anyone else that is watching this. Hi, for my topic for today presentation, I'm going to be talking about environmental racism. Exposing inadequates and pursuing environmental justice. Hi, my name is Ronald Doe, D-O, and welcome to my Ethnic Studies 014 presentation. So a little introduction. According to what is environmental racism, it is a social issue that disproportionately affects marginalized communities, particularly those of colors, by subjecting them to environmental hazards and pollution, of course. So this topic is of personal interest to me because it sheds light to on the intersection of race, class, and environmental justice, highlighting the systematic inequalities that perpetuate environmental harm and health disparities among minority group. So in this presentation, I'll be like defining some environmental racism and explore its importance and the concepts and purpose solutions to inform by social theories, and of course many more. So basically, this topic. Another reason why I like this topic because I wasn't born like in L.A. I was born in like San Francisco to be like exact. To be exact, I was born around Oakland. I don't know if you know that. But Oakland, it had like 99% of colored people, and then 1% was like everything else. And then the place where I live, it was like 99% colored people. So it was cool. It was a cool time. I was young. It was scary too. I ain't gonna lie. It was scary. And thank God I moved here, safe, closer, even closer with family. And yeah, moving on. So definition and the importance of environmental racism. Environmental racism refers to the disproportionate setting of hazardous waste facilities. Industrial plants and polluting infrastructures in communities of color, while the wealthier people, like the white neighborhoods, shielded from such environmental hazards. Like they have a roof over their head, or they have like a roof. They have like a roof over their head, and the material their houses, the wealthy people, is like good material compared to the colored people, of course, because of the pollution and then the environment and also the money as well. So yeah, so this issue is important as it reflects systematic injustices that result in adverse health outcome, reduced quality of life, and the economic disparities from minority communities. Environmental racism is a cycle of environmental degradation and social marginalization, and then reinforcing patterns of environmental injustice and inequality. So back then, when I was living in Oakland, that is true. The houses over there was so bad. Even the rent was so cheap. It was like I think at least like 1K, like way cheaper than here in LA. And then sorry. And then I remember the house I used to live was like 50 years old. No, it wasn't a house, it was an apartment, but then I don't know how. Like the ain't gonna lie, the material of the house was like good. It was like made of like steel. It was kind of good. It was big too. It was way bigger than my house right now. My house is so small right now. Anyways, so sorry. So a chapter I like to relate to my topic of environmental racism is chapter one, race in the 21st century. I like to talk about the five falsities about racism. So we got individualistic falsity, or and then legalistic falsity. Did I say falsity? Falsity? I don't know. And then tokenistic facility, a historical facility, and fixed facility. Sorry, I don't know why I'm saying it right. But anyways, so basically, let me define all of them for you. So basically, individualistic facility. This facility occurs when people explain racial inequality as a result of individual level prejudice or actions, rather than acknowledging systematic or the factors of it. It is essential that we overlook the broader society structures and historical contexts that perpetuate racism. And in legalistic facility, this facility assumes that abolishing discriminatory laws automatically eradicates racism. But however, even if discriminatory laws are removed, the underlying bias and inequalities within society may persist due to cultural norms, the social institutions, and systematic bias. Always bias, bias, bias. And then we got tokenistic facility. This facility uh, involves pointing to the presence of a few individuals from marginalized group in positions of power or privilege as evidence that systematic barriers no longer exist. But however, the representation of a few individuals does not necessarily reflect border equality or address systematic issues of racism and discrimination. Next, we got a historical faculty. So this ignores or downplays the historical context of legacy of racism. So treating it as a problem of the past rather than recognizing its ongoing impact on present day society. So understanding history is crucial for comprehending the roots and persistence of racial inequalities. So maybe that's why like we still got some racist people. I think so because like people always bring back the past for some reason, and they don't focus on the present, like how the color community change society nowadays. And then lastly, we got fixed facility. This assumes that racism is fixed and unchangeable, leading to a sense of hopelessness or resignation. However, racism is not inherent or immutable. It is perpetuated and reinforced structures and attitudes that can be challenged and changed through collective actions and advocacy. So basically, overall, recognizing and addressing these faculties is essential for developing a more of an understanding of racism and working towards meaningful solutions to combat it. So just be happy. So impact on minority groups. So environmental racism disproportionately affects minority communities, exposing them to higher levels of bad air quality and water pollution, toxic waste sites, and other environmental hazards. A peer, and then okay, and then according to a peer-reviewed journal by Alvarez on ProQuest, it says that communities of colors and poor neighborhoods are disproportionately exposed to more air pollution, a pattern known as environmental injustice. Says environmental injustice increases susceptible to negative health outcomes among residents in affected communities. Oh, so basically, this quote is like my first PowerPoint. My first point earlier is like basically, young people, young minority groups, they're having a like the air quality and the environment that they're living is like not that good compared to the wealthy people. So then people are trying to advocate and trying to get these minorities to like better housing and environment and maybe schooling as well. Why not? Yeah, we can ask the government too. But lastly, we got solution. So to address these environmental racism, comprehensive strategies are needed that address both the roots causes of environmental inequality and its immediate impact on affected communities. So this include policies to strengthen environmental regulation and enforcement to promote community-based, particularly research and decision-making process. So invest in environmental redemption and public health intervention in impacted communities and support grassroots organizing and advocating efforts of environmental justice. So by incorporating insights from environmental justice theory and other social theories, we can develop holistic solutions that address the systematic injustice perpetuated by environmental racism. And basically, life happens and we need to find a way to fix it. So we're excited, and I guess that's it. The end. Once again, thank you, Professor, for being cool. Sorry if I sound rushed. I don't know. I feel like I don't know. Life is crazy, but thank you, Professor, once again. I'm gonna remember your name forever. Ariana Flores. Got it locked in my head. Thank you, Professor. You're so cool. Damn. And I hope the YouTube thing loads fast because my Wi-Fi is kind of bad. And thank you once again, Professor. Hope to see you in the future. Let me know your room number so I can come visit you. Let me know your room number, and yeah, we can say hi. So I can say hi, give you a hug, and thank you. You don't know, this means a lot. Thank you, Professor. Once again, thank you. Appreciate you. I'm gonna rate you a 5 star and rate my teacher too. Why not? Thank you. This is over 10 minutes. Thank you once again. See you soon, Professor.